What if I told you extinction isn't always forever? Right now, scientists are closer than ever to bringing back animals that disappeared thousands of years ago, from woolly mammoths to saber-tooth cats. And honestly, some of these resurrections sound straight out of Jurassic Park. Stick around, because the last one on this list will blow your mind. Our planet has lost countless species to extinction, often because of us humans. But thanks to breakthroughs in genetics and cloning, we may soon see some of these creatures walk the earth again. Today, we'll explore extinct animals that scientists are seriously working on reviving, and why bringing them back might actually help the planet. 1. Woolly mammoth. Covered in shaggy fur, weighing 6 tons, and carrying massive tusks, the woolly mammoth once ruled the frozen tundra. They vanished about 4,000 years ago, but frozen remains in Siberia still hold their DNA. By editing elephant DNA with mammoth genes, scientists hope to create a hybrid, the so-called mammothant. It won't be a perfect copy, but it could help restore ancient grasslands and even slow down climate change. 2. Thylacine, the Tasmanian tiger. Looking like a mix between a wolf and a kangaroo, the thylacine once lived in Australia and Tasmania. Overhunted, the last one died in 1936. But preserved baby thylacines have provided scientists with a complete genetic blueprint. With cloning tech, the Tasmanian tiger might return and possibly reclaim its role as a top predator. 3. The dodo. Perhaps the most famous symbol of extinction. The dodo lived on Mauritius, but disappeared just 75 years after humans arrived. For centuries, scientists had little to work with until recently, when researchers sequenced the dodo's entire genome. With its closest relative, the Nicobar pigeon, still alive, the dodo might actually get a second chance. 4. The moa. Imagine a bird taller than a man, weighing up to 500 pounds. That was the moa of New Zealand. Hunted to extinction by the Maori people 700 years ago, the moa's DNA has now been sequenced. With close relatives like emus and kiwis, scientists are testing ways to implant moa DNA into eggs. If successful, we could see these giants return. 5. Siberian unicorn. Yes, unicorns were real, but not the fairy tale kind. This Ice Age giant looked more like a hairy rhino with a massive horn. It lived until about 36,000 years ago alongside early humans. Scientists haven't yet sequenced a full genome, but if they find better preserved remains, the Siberian unicorn could become a reality again. 6. Passenger pigeon. Once, billions of passenger pigeons filled the skies of North America. But hunting wiped them out by 1914. Scientists are now working with their closest relative, the band-tailed pigeon, to bring them back. Reviving these birds could restore forests that have been out of balance for over a century. 7. Sabre-tooth tiger. With 11-inch long fangs, these Ice Age predators were both terrifying and majestic. They died out about 10,000 years ago, but their remains, preserved in places like the La Brea tar pits, could hold enough DNA for revival. But here's the real question. Should we bring back a predator like this, or leave it in the past? From mammoths that could fight climate change to pigeons that could restore forests, de-extinction is no longer science fiction. But it raises big questions. Just because we can bring them back, does that mean we should? Which extinct animal would you want to see return first? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the future of science and the past of nature, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.